Gregory. Dick, we've got limited time here with you, but this is major breaking news. I want to Google search that headline out of the Memphis newspaper. Give us the name of the paper and the headline again, and we're also simulcasting at prisonplanet.tv. We'll put that news article up as a record of what you've been covering. Give us the news headline and the newspaper.
The Memphis Commercial Appeal. It was in Monday's paper, and the headline was, photographer Ernie Withers doubled as FBI informant to spy on the civil rights movement.
So if you just search man doubled as informant to spy on civil rights movement, that should pull it up from the Memphis Appeal. We're going to get that up on screen right now. Now, obviously, sir, it's an honor to have you. I want to get you back up soon now that I know you like the work we're doing and are familiar with it. But I do want to start getting into your 9/11 hunger strike and that whole giant issue. But any other points you want to make about his chief photographer, now it being admitted that, there it is, photographer Ernest Withers doubled as FBI informant to spy on civil rights movement. He provided agency with insider view of volatile period, and they spin the whole filthy article like this is a good thing, betraying a serious leader who put his life on the line, who gave speeches in the month before saying he knew he was going to be going home soon, a man who put his, you say whatever you want about Martin Luther King, he had courage. Just like Mahatma Gandhi, and they killed him better than a hammer, and the evidence is clear, and James Earl Ray admitted it was all a setup. Please continue.
And so what we're looking at now is, when you look at September the 11th, the reason this is different, because when you look at all the other assassinations, before Kennedy was killed, did you have a show?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so there was nobody out here that had looked at it. When Martin was killed, all at once now, when September the 11th hit, you got folks out here. Let me tell you, I'm the one who released the pictures with Ron Brown, who was Secretary of Commerce.
And you were the guy that made them admit, they called you a conspiracy theorist, that the head coroner at the Air Force, a colonel, said he had a bullet hole in his head, and others did. We know they had special forces on board. They killed everybody, blew the hatch, and heloed out. Go ahead.
Well, here's what happened. They couldn't deny it because the people that did the autopsy brought the pictures to me.
That's right.
And so I'm saying we have outlets now. But let me just tell you one thing. Is your mother alive?
Yes.
All right. If you walked in the house and your mother was on the phone and you said, who you talking to? She said, I just dialed 911. But what kind of look do you think you would have on your face? Shock. All right. Anytime you say 911, that tells the brain to be scared. So of course they picked 9/11 as a psyop and as a calling card. That's right. But remember, in America, we never use a number for the month. We say Halloween is October 31st. Christmas is December 25th. We use a number for the first time because they have done the research and know every time you say that what happens. And the subconscious message exactly is double fold. You call 911 for help, but the 911 is the government's number, and that's why Fox TV 6 months before put out an episode where the government runs a drill, so the rest of the government stands down, to fly a hijacked jet by remote control into the World Trade Center to then blame it on Afghanistan. Psychology shows that serial killers like to play games and let you know what they're doing. Well, let me just say this to you here, because you know so much about the news media. If you was working for NBC, right, and on September the 11th, you witnessed, you're the one that had the video camera that took that second building being hit, right? Yes. Follow me? You would want a Pulitzer Prize, okay? Your name would be world-renowned, and you would get $40,000 a week. How come we don't know who took that picture? Huh? How come one of the most famous pictures in the history of the planet, how come nobody knows the name of the person that took that picture? And so, you see, they don't count on folks like us, like you. And people, see, there's a lot of people that know things, but they never had nobody to call. I know what you do. I know how many people call you. I know you got to sift through, you got to have fantastic research, because the government will give you tips to throw everybody off. And so you have to look through it and say, wow, okay. And so consequently, if you look at the fire station, which is a block and a half away from the World Trade Building, and that day there was 343 firefighters that died. And
hold on, Dick Gregory, long segment coming up. Sorry, that one was short. Dick Gregory is our guest civil rights icon, and I love the way his mind works, all these angles, points he's making. He's asking questions. He's being a skeptic. He's questioning his government, the greatest form of patriotism. We'll be right back with Dick Gregory. Stay with us.